I went to buy some meat for my wife because she was ill with scarlet fever. I wasn't used to cooking. She did the cooking, but I had to do the cooking, so I went and bought some liver from the butcher, Dewhurst the butcher, and when I started frying it in the frying pan, all these worms started crawling out the holes in the liver. And after that, I never ate meat anymore. After that,
Ooh.
that
Whoa.
stopped me with the meat. I don't want to eat meat and see the worm crawl out. You know, that's the true story.
Thank you.
That's all right.
And this is
Andy.
Andy.
Yeah, Andy the gardener, vegetarian now. Ever since that time, I've been vegetarian.
Wow.
So that's my recommendation. Don't eat the liver, because if you do, you might see the worm come out the holes in the liver.
Wow. Thank you,
That's
Andy.
all right. London originally, and two funny stories stuck in my mind. I said to my friend who was a caretaker, "What's the funniest thing you ever see as a child?" He said, "I used to go to the market, and one day a man came and he had a bag, and he called a circle round of all different people, and then he says, 'Okay, I'm gonna have a special sandwich now.' So he took two nice slices of white bread out, and then from the bag he took a rat. He stuck it inside the sandwich, and then he bit the head off the rat. And everybody clapped him, and he went round with his hat to get money. That was story number one. And story number two is one I saw near the Tower of London. You know where that is. There used to be two men there. One, he was very, very thin, and he had all tattoos all over his face. He was about 50, and the other man was big. And he put this man, the thin man with the tattoos, in the sack, a big sack. Then he wrapped chains and chains and chains round it and locked it. And all the crowd wondered what was going to happen next. And you know what happened? The thing that happened was this. He started wriggling like a worm, like this, trying to get out of the bag, and suddenly all the chains snapped, and out he came, and everybody clapped it, and the big fat man came round with a hat and took and collected money. That's the end of the story.
Thank you so much. What a story. And this is true.
All true. Yeah, it was in the Tower of London. I was about 9 years old when that happened, and I said to my mum, "I want to come and see this man," but she said, "No, once is enough. I'm not dragging you down here every week to see this man."
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
Frightening though.
I can tell you, I got loads of stories. You want one more, and then we'll call it a day.
Oh, okay, let's go.
This is a special story. I say it in honour of this man that I used to help. And he come from Nigeria, and I've had some very, very good friends from Nigeria. So I helped. Unfortunately, the man died. He was a biology teacher, and his wife had two sons, and I came to help the boy with biology and chemistry and physics, because I love science, having worked in research. And although I had a humble position, I was very interested in science. So I said to the mother, "What happened? Why are you so sad?" She said, "Well, because I have to look after my two sons and their hard work. And my son never forgave me because he was playing football for Arsenal Football Club. But unfortunately, my husband died, and that was it." Now here's a true story. Her husband's father had a brother, and he was all brought up in Nigeria, and the brother was sent to Germany to come to play, to go to university. The father paid all that money, the airfare, all the university fees and everything. And it was a wonderful thing to do. So 6 months later, he arranged to meet him. He comes all the way from Nigeria to see him. The son collects him in a brand new Mercedes car. So the father says, "Where did you get this car from?" He said, "Dad, I'm playing in the Bundesliga football. I play for one of the top teams. I won't name the team on here because I might get a libel action on me. But he was playing for the Bundesliga." Anyway, so he took the father home. The next morning they woke up, had breakfast. The son says to the father, "I've got to go now, Dad. I'm going to play training now." He said, "Let me come with you." So he drove him there. He said, "I'd like to meet the manager." So the son said, "Of course, Dad." He takes him up the stairs and knock on the door. And the manager of this top team in Germany opens the door. They sit down. So the father says to the son, "Hand the keys over." So he didn't know what he said. Hand the keys over the car. He handed the keys over to the car. He said, the father said to the manager, "I'm pleased to meet you, but I sent my son over here for university. He showed no respect to me. And one of the most important things you can show anybody is respect. I paid a lot of money as well. So he won't be playing football anymore for you." And that was the last time that man, the son, ever played football for the German league. And he was, I don't know what happened after, but that was the end of his career.
Respect is very important.
Very important, very important, very important.
Wow.
And I say it in memory of that Nigerian family. And with respect to that man, he should have shown more respect to his father.
Absolutely. So at the end of, it's not really the money, it's respect.
Respect is an important thing. It's one of the most important qualities anybody can give somebody else. No matter whether you're poor or you're rich. It's the most important thing.
So true. So true. That's some education.
I'm proud
That
to tell you
is some education. Thank you so much for sharing.
That's all right.
Okay.
Pleasure.